Mike Ryan falling asleep with a smile on his face on Saturday night. He was maximum hater of Deion Sanders. Said it flatly. Said, I hate him. I hate what's happening. Was jealous of what was happening there. Was threatened. Was bothered by Warren Sapp and Michael Irvin and The Rock, all University of Miami guys. What do you say? What are you shaking your head no about? You were bothered by this.
Dan, no, you're projecting again. I understood where people were coming from. I'm not going to go at The Rock for supporting a school he didn't go to. That would be stupid of me and hypocritical. But I was having a little bit fun with the notion that we're celebrating Deion Sanders, even though he's eking out 1-point victories as a 24-point favorite. And I did really get a huge chuckle out of the promos for the USC-Colorado game in the middle of NFL programming, calling it the biggest football game of the year, kind of forgetting that at halftime the Colorado Buffaloes had minus 40 rushing yards.
That smile is the one Dan's talking about.
Colorado Buffaloes, it's going to take a minute. And I think we all got carried away because that first win at TCU was so important to establishing the culture. And I have very little doubt that Colorado will matter henceforth as long as Deion Sanders is there. But we were breathless. That it takes a while to build up the trenches, and that is a very tiny Colorado team on the inside. And I really enjoyed how much Oregon talked about it entering this game. Dan Lanning had a really funny pregame speech, and I was really curious to see how Deion Sanders would deal with the first bit of adversity he's had to face at Colorado. Who would he point fingers at? And if the loss to Oregon is any indication, this is going to get real nasty around loss number 4. But here's Deion Sanders after the game.
I don't think it's a target on our back. I just think this teams are trying to beat me. They're not trying to beat our team. They keep forgetting I'm not playing anymore. I had a great career. I'm serious. I got a gold jacket, ain't back. So I'm good. But that's what it really is. I don't think they get any extra satisfaction, you know. It is what it is. And I signed up for it, so let's go. No, that don't make it tougher on our team. These are grown men. I'm not out there. If I was out there playing against every coach I played against, we would be totally dominant.
That's so great. That's so great. Also, is he not paying attention? I mean, there's a massive target on their backs.
Well, I do love that after 3 wins, me, and then after the loss, why are they trying to beat me? This is on the kid. Beat the kids.
Well, they did.
I know. Beat them up and down. Dan Lanning, did he release? Like, they must have released that pregame speech. They knew they were going to win. They know the size advantages that they have up front. And Lanning was somebody who, I'm assuming their social media team put this out, right, Mike? That they released this video that we're going to go to in a second.
He gave the television network full access to that speech. He gave them no access leading up to the game and then gave them full access because he knew he was going to unleash.
He had, now that the writer's strike is over, I imagine he got one early to cook this one up.
Rooted in substance, not flash. Rooted in substance. Today, we talk with our pads. You talk with your helmet, right? Every moment. The Cinderella story is over, man. Right? They're fighting for clicks. We're fighting for wins. There's a difference, right? There's a difference, right? This game ain't going to be played in Hollywood. It's going to be played on the grass, right? It's going to be played on the grass. Let's go.
The spittle came out of his mouth.
You talk with your helmet. Great.
You talk with your pads.
Play with your pads.
The spittle came right out of his mouth, Stugotz like. It was a big chunk of spittle because he's a football coach through and through, and that is the most watched game he'll have all season.
Also, he said that they're all substance. Don't they have like 52 jerseys and like no national championships? It just seems like if there's any, besides Colorado, who's the flashy team that hasn't really won much?
Don't they also have like an ornate barber shop in their $7 billion locker room? Because they're funded by Nike, whose founder,
Substance.
Phil Knight, calls plays from a skybox.